how we plan weekends, but this whole moment is a supernatural moment. I'm preaching a message this weekend called The Edge, the Step, the Miracle. It's out of Joshua chapter 3, and we're going to break this down, but it happened last night, it's happening again today. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment.
Hey y'all, so welcome back to another vlog. Today is Sunday. I just ended a vlog, so happy Sunday, happy self-care Sunday. I hope you are making today about you, doing something for you, saying no if you need to, resetting, recharging, reclaiming your time, sis, because you cannot pour from what? An empty cup. You was number one, you was surprised, you was that girl, okay? So I just left church, and before I went to church, I closed out the vlog and I talked about one of my favorite songs, a song that just touches my spirit, it touches my soul, it blesses me, it lets me know that regardless of what I am facing, I do not need to be fearful. And it's Fear Is Not Your Future. It's by Todd Galbraith, if I'm saying that correctly. And he also features Tasha Cobbs in that song, which I am loving. And so I talked about that song and talked about a new horizon, and that everything that you want is on the other side of fear. Okay, everything that you want. And they played my song in church today, y'all. So listen, let me tell you something. God will confirm. Okay, he will confirm. And in his time, okay, but he will always confirm that you are on the correct path and to keep going, okay? And through him, you can do anything, okay? Anything. So we are talking about the series for this month is called Chain Reaction. It's when the gospel calls you to action. So today our pastor preached the last two Sundays. We had guest preachers. And today he talked about the edge, the step, and the miracle. Okay. Being on the edge of something, okay, something that's fearful. And all you have to do is take that step and God performs a miracle. That's the quick way of saying it. But he talked about staying in prayer, okay, staying at God's feet, understanding that you have to have big faith, okay. He talked about faith and trusting God. He said that the term or the two words "fear not" appears in the Bible 365 times. So what is that telling you? Okay, we need not fear anything. Okay, God is who He says He is. He does what He says He does. In Isaiah 41:10, fear not, for I am with you, for I am your God. Okay. He talked about God is not limited by what is overwhelming us. Okay. That is the edge. That is the fear. He talked about, so when he talked about the edge, the step, and the miracle, he talked about how Joshua led the people through the River Jordan. Through the Jordan River, I'm sorry. And he said that the Red Sea was a way out and the Jordan River was a way in. I think that was a really good comparison. I love that. So now I have studied Exodus and studied the parting of the Red Sea and being led out of Egypt. Listen, Exodus is so good, y'all. Exodus is so good. And so when I in my last vlog, when I talked about a new horizon, there was a pastor, because I always watch the long version on YouTube. A pastor came in and he gave a prophetic word. That's what he talked about. And he talked about the Israelites, their exodus out of Egypt. So all of this just fit right into what I have been studying, what I have been reading in the Bible. He talked about fear is always louder at the flood stage, right when you think that you are overwhelmed, you have fear. And his analogy for that, which is was like perfect for these times is when you send a text and you know that the text is delivered, or even it says that the text is read and you don't get a response. That used to be me, because I used to be a huge overthinker. Not to say that I don't overthink things now, but it is way less. Okay, way less. Because guess what? I know what God promises says. So I am no longer, I am a new creation. Okay, I am not who I used to be, y'all. Okay. But he talks about in that moment of silence is when we are the most fearful. Instead of calling on God and knowing that who God says you are, that is who you are, and not relying on what the devil is trying to get you to believe. He says, fear fills silence with fiction. Okay, all lies. The devil will lie to you. Okay, delayed does not mean a denial. Okay. When you are in the flood stage, it magnifies everything. Fear gets louder. And again, when you are waiting, listen, we're going to be real transparent here. In relationships, okay? Romantic relationships, for me, when you send a text and your partner doesn't text back, man, that is especially when something might be going on, the devil will have you thinking the wrong stuff. So I have been there. And he just goes on to talk about once you take that step, right? You have the fear, and the step that you need to take is prayer. Okay. Relying on God's promises, knowing that your faith is bigger than anything. Okay. All you got to do is take that step. And once you take that step, the miracle happens. Okay, you're right. You get text, the person that you texted texts you back, right? It says faith takes a step before the water moves. Again, that is back to Joshua 3 and verses 15 through 17, when they are right on the edge and the water is high. The flood, the water is high as a flood, right? And they're just standing there. They're fearful. They're asking God, as he said today in church, they're asking God, how come it couldn't have been just like, a little bit of water, right? A kiddie pool. Faith is confidence before confirmation. Faith is conviction without visibility. Okay? Focus on God's promises. The presence of God is always the difference. The flood stage, God gets the final say. Y'all, when I tell you today was so darn good, man, he touched my spirit. He touched my soul, as he always does. I love attending Hope City. It was amazing. It was an amazing service. So I told Bessie today, I'm taking this week, and every day after today, okay? I'm taking steps, okay? I'm taking steps towards my miracles, right? So right now we are at my storage. My storage is close to my mom's house, and I don't live close to my mom's house anymore. I don't live with, I moved. So I try to find the time, because I really don't have the time during the week to come to my storage. I will probably get the remainder of my things moved out in a week or so, but I'm still like trying to bring clothes, just little things that I can carry back and forth in my car. So that's what we are about to do now. I'm just going to get a few things. And then we are going to, I want to go to Aldi to see if I can get some fruit. And then also HEB. I might stop into Kroger's to see if they have their flowers 50% off, because I would like to get some fresh flowers for the house. And then we're just going to go home and have a nice, relaxing Sunday. Not sure of what I'm going to eat. I don't have any dishes. Well, I don't have any pots and pans. So I don't know if I'll cook or maybe I should just go. I haven't bought any pots and pans. I need to, because I really enjoy cooking sometimes. But I really want my air fryer. But my air fryer is deep down somewhere in that storage. And I don't want to go and buy another air fryer. I'm rambling now, y'all. I'm rambling now. But anyway, y'all, let me get a few things out of storage and then we'll run our errands and then we'll go back home and chill. All right, let's go. Happy Monday. I'm up getting ready to head into the office. So I thought I'd do a little makeup with you guys this morning because I get so many, I have been getting so many compliments on my makeup and I am doing the least, okay? So I just wanted to show you guys how I've been doing my makeup lately. I have not been wearing liquid foundation. So my key products are this Maybelline Fit Me, which I'm almost out. I'm hitting pan. If you know, you know. If you are old school makeup girly, we're hitting pan. And then my two concealers from e.l.f. So I already filled in my brows. So I'm just going to highlight underneath those just to give my brows some definition. I am still a girly that loves super defined brows. I don't think I'll ever not be her because I think brows just really they make or break your face, in my opinion. Even if you don't do like a super defined like I do, just having really good sculpted brows is a game changer. So, and guys, I'm no makeup artist. I'm just doing what works for me. And you know, I am a woman of mature age, so I would love to not be able to wear makeup, but well, let me just say this. I don't have to wear makeup. I do have dark circles. I do have some dark spots. I can just, you know, cover those up and call it a day. But to me, you know, I still look the same when I wear my makeup. So makeup for me is an enhancement. It's a way to make me look fresher, a little bit youthful. Okay, I'm not gonna deny that, even though I'm not ashamed of my age. But I'll say all that to say, makeup is just something that I love to do. Could I get away with not wearing it? Absolutely. But do I want to get away? Do I not want to wear it? Absolutely not. I love doing my face in the morning. So I carve out my brows, and then we're going to go over that a little bit later. So the next thing I do is add my concealer. So this is a darker concealer. I don't have my glasses on. If I remember, I'll put the shades on the screen. But these are by e.l.f. So I'm just going to go in where there's some hyperpigmentation and just cover those areas. So right up in here. And then I have a little bit over here. And I really worked on my hyperpigmentation. A lot of that is from Korean skincare. When I was doing some unpacking last night, I found some of my Korean skincare. So I can start using that again. So then I just I don't let it sit for too long. I just go ahead and blend it out. See the difference? I'll go ahead and blend that out. So, and most of my dark spots are just up in here. I have this right here where I burned myself with a curling iron. But other than that, looked like I took off my tail here on my brow. I have to find a little bit more. Okay. So next, I'm gonna go in with my powder foundation. So, and then I'll just start adding that in. And then I do blot. And then I even everything out. And then I also go over my brow where I highlighted it at, or where I defined it at the top, to kind of blend that out. Just a little touch up to my forehead, not too much. And then I definitely do my eyelids because they are dark. So that is my base. That's the base, guys. So next, I do one or two things. Either I add my blush first, or I add my under eye, like my brightener concealer. There's no rhyme or reason for me. I'm a blush girl through and through. I'm always gonna wear blush to the day I die, baby, okay? So this is by Patrick Ta. This is in the color She's Published. Shelby bought this for me for Christmas. It was one of the things I asked for. Now, this comes with a cream and a powder. I've just been wearing the powder lately. I'll wear the cream like if I'm really like doing a heavy makeup look, which I haven't been doing lately. And so one of the things I like to do is I like to take my blush all the way up. As a woman of a mature age, okay, we should not be going down. We should be going up with everything that we do because we want to lift, okay? We want to lift our face. So I'm always going up. So I start right here and then we go up. Now I probably do take mine up a little too far, but don't judge me, judge somebody else, because Your girl is always going to go heavy with the blush. Blush is just my thing, y'all. Blush and a bold lip. As much as I try to wear nude lips and I get a lot of compliments, I just feel like they don't work for me. I really do. So I got my blush. And again, I go all the way up with my blush. All right. And then next, I'm going to go in with my concealer. Now, depending on, well, I will say depending on the day, I do go in with a little more blush. I mean, a little bit more concealer when I go to work. Weekends, I just do a dab or two. But again, that is up for personal preference. So I'm gonna go in with some concealer, and this is lighter than what I use to cover my dark circles. And I don't do anything fancy with it. I just put it right out of here. And so normally when I do this step, I go put deodorant on because I like to let this set. I might put my pants on. But what we're going to do is we're going to just put a little, we're going to let it dry. And then we're going to do just a little bit of eyes. Because my eyes are dark. And then just kind of blend all of this in. This is super old, guys. This is Urban Decay On The Run eyeshadow palette. And then this is the one that I'm using. So I just go in. And I don't do anything special. I just add a little bit of color to my eyelid. Y'all see that? Just add a little bit of color so that it doesn't look so dusty. Shoot. Add concealer. Okay, y'all see the difference? And then I'm gonna make sure that my brows are still defined. Because when I say I am a defined brow girly, that's just exactly who I say I am. I don't play about my brows, y'all. Some days they be looking a little willy wonky. But most days, honey, the brows are going to be on point. I remember watching so many eyebrow tutorials back in the day because I am obsessed with my eyebrows, just obsessed. So, all right, so we have let that set. So then I take a beauty blender. I'm still a beauty blender girl, okay? Through and through. Listen, do what works for you, okay? Do what works for you. So we are gonna blend this out. And again, I'm blending up and then I do take it down here and then I carve out my blush. So I'm gonna, and I use a dry beauty blender. I don't put anything on it. So I'll just start blending. And then I do take it up. Take it up. Because again, we want to lift. And then I also bring it down here. And then I take what's left on here and I carve out my cheek like that. Okay, y'all see the difference? All right, so I'm gonna do this side. Again, we're going up because we want to lift. And then down because you want to get some of that. I go down because I don't want I want there to be like a stopping point for the blush. And again, I get carried away. So, and then I also put blush on my nose, guys. All right. So And then I just go over my blush just to make sure they can still see it. All right. Now, this is a part that I stopped doing only because I wear glasses. And what I've noticed is when I wear my glasses, okay, let me just say this. I don't set this, okay? And it works for me. Maybe because I have oily skin and maybe once the oils set in, I don't know. But what I will say is when I wear glasses and when I set my under eye concealer, when I take my glasses off for whatever reason, it looks atrocious. I don't know what happens. I don't know if it's the heat from wearing the glasses and it could be the setting powder that I'm using because I'm just using an e.l.f. setting powder. So maybe I'll try some Laura Mercier. I don't know. But for me, I don't have to set this. So that is La Face, okay? And then the last thing I do, of course, is my lashes. And this is Call Me Queen by Essence. And I also like to wear, if I'm going for like a lighter look, I like to use brown. Because I think brown is not so harsh, but I normally wear this on the weekends when I'm just wearing, running errands. But for work, I want the lashes to pop, okay? Because I do have long lashes. Since I stopped wearing extensions, my lashes are extremely long. So again, you can get a really beautiful face with drugstore products. I used to spend so much money on makeup, guys. If you know, you know. And I stopped doing that. Now, I still have certain products that I stand by. Like, I do want to get some YSL mascara because I think it really works really good on my lashes. I just haven't gotten any because this has been working. But once I run out, I'll probably purchase some. But again, y'all see that. You can get a really beat face with drugstore. And I have to attribute, y'all see the difference, attribute it to my skincare. Last couple of years, I have just really been taking really good care of my skin. So this is 50-year-old skin, y'all. Okay, get into it. So, yeah. And again, I do get carried away with the mascara. And then we'll just do the other side. I don't know what lippy I'm gonna wear today because I don't even know what I'm wearing to work. I'm really dragging today. Stayed up kind of late watching TV. I went down a rabbit hole with the whole Jackie Onassis, Princess Diana. Because I think both of those ladies were so iconic and beautiful. I've always been a huge fan of Lady Di and Princess Diana. I mean, of Jackie O. I did not know that Jackie O's sister Liz dated Onassis first, or she had an affair with him. Baby, Jackie, I see you, girl. Okay, I see you, girl. And then, of course, you know, Jackie O, she later married Onassis, but they said he wanted Jackie first. So, I don't know, child. And then I watched Lady Diana because both of them just died so tragically. Well, I'll take that back. Jackie O had such a tragic life, right? So many deaths. you know, and she died before JFK died. But Lady Di, you know, she died in a car crash. Both of them had really, really, you know, they had a lot of stuff going on, okay? A lot. Women are amazing. Like, they are so resilient. So anyway, next I'm gonna find me a documentary on Diana Ross, because baby, she's the boss, okay? Who's the boss? Diana Ross. I love Diana Ross, okay? Baby, Diana. Okay. It's kind of hard to talk to y'all and put my mascara on, because baby, when I say I goes in with the mascara, she goes in. I love my lashes. I love my natural lashes. So that is Le Face. I don't know what lippy, maybe red or pink today. I'm not real sure, but let me get my butt ready and go to work. All right, y'all. Bye.
I can never repay you for all you are and all you've done for me. I couldn't thank you enough. My worship could never measure how I feel. So I'll be an offering at the potter's wheel. I give you my life. I offer my best, a sacrifice. Whatever you ask, morning and night, and every hour that shall pass, it's yours to have and hold, to mold and shape. Lord, fill this place. So fill this place. This place.
Hey y'all, so today's Tuesday. I'm getting a really good slow start to the day. I'm going to work a little bit late today. I had a really slow and intentional Bible study this morning, which I hadn't had in quite some time. But today, hold on y'all. Okay, so as I was saying, I was able to have a slow, intentional morning. I did some Bible study, and I discovered that, well, not really discovered, but sometimes when we are awakened in the middle of the night, that is an invitation to pray, an invitation to speak to the Lord, an invitation to sit in silence. It's not always an opportunity to turn on the TV, to scroll on TikTok and Instagram. God is giving you some uninterrupted time to spend with Him. And we all need that. And I will say that in the past, I have not taken advantage of those mornings when I complained and said, oh, menopause has me up all night. I have insomnia, you know. So now I look back and it makes me kind of sad, because those were the perfect times and opportunity to just talk with Jesus and pour my heart out and tell Him what I was going through, what I was fearful of, and allow Him to comfort me. But yeah, I don't do that no more. So I woke up a little bit earlier than usual. I said I was gonna have a slow morning because I don't have to be into the office until later, but God woke me up somewhat earlier, okay? And I knew that that was him speaking to me, saying, daughter, let's talk, let's talk. So a lot of times when I have those moments, I ask God, what is it that you want to tell me? What do you want me to look up in the Bible? What do you want me to study on? Guide my steps, okay? Order my steps, please. I'm begging you, because I don't know what I'm doing out here, right? And it got me to thinking that in the last video, first, I'm gonna get off track just for 1 second. Thank y'all for all of the love and the support and all of the women of God who are shouting me out, who are so happy and enthusiastic about my walk with Jesus. Thank y'all. And Andrea, if I'm saying your name right, Andrea, thank you for the Amazon gift card. Girl, you just don't know how much brighter you made my day when I opened the email. So yes, a lot of you told me that I'm not starting over. This is, exactly where I need to be. There are so many beautiful comments, and maybe in the next video I can read some of them. But one of them that really touched my heart, because one of the things that I was super sad about was leaving Dallas, right? But Dallas ain't going nowhere. If I'm meant to be in Dallas, I will return to Dallas, right? On God's timing and his will. Let his will be done, right? But someone said, welcome home. And that touched me so much because Houston is my home, okay? Houston will always be my home. And while I was super excited about building a life in a home somewhere else, okay? Houston has my heart, okay? I'm a H-Town girl down. And I think I kind of left that out when coming home. When moving back, Houston has not done anything to me. So yes, Sheena, welcome home, okay? I love my city. So thank you for that, because it just made me, see things a little bit differently, right? But anyway, back to this morning. So I was asking God, what is it that you want? And this is going to be a little long-winded, okay? All right? But I got to get my point across. Or I got to get God's point across, okay? Because we're doing God's work on this channel. What is it that you want me to read about, think about, pray about? And when I told you guys that I moved back home, I'm walking in obedience. I have surrendered, and I'm giving up a lot. I'm giving up worldly relationships, worldly dating, or worldly views on dating and relationships, and just how the world has shaped what we are supposed to do in relationships, how we are supposed to be in relationships, and just living a holy and purified life. Okay, if you get where I'm kind of going, I'm not gonna say it in this video, but dating is out for me now. I still have the desire and the expectation of being a wife, but my focus is on courtship, a purposeful courtship with the intention, okay, of having a covenant marriage under God, right? With a godly, God-centered man. I know that's a lot. But that is just where I am. And if you understand, you understand. I had to come to the realization that I did so many things wrong. And again, I am a new creation. I'm not going to dwell on the past, but I will remember and give God all of the glory for all of the situationships or relationships with counterfeits that he brought me out of. And he brought me out of them without scars, without bitterness, without resentment. I come out of every unequally yoked relationship a better woman. And my last relationship brought me to him. I've always been a believer. I'm a saved believer now. I am walking 100% with God on this. There's no other way to do it. But I will say, guys, God has protected me through all of this, through all of the relationships that he knew I was not in because I was hard-headed. And when I would ask God, is this the man for me? And he would say no. And I would say, I'm going to find out anyway because I'm hard-headed. But I ain't hard-headed no more, God, okay? Jesus, okay? Thank you. My praise and worship was so good this morning, y'all. I was crying. There were tears of joy, though, because when I look back on my past, and again, that's the old Sheena. Woo! Some of the things God brought your girl through. So I focused on 1 Timothy, and I wrote some things down because while I'm not, let me just say this. While I was telling y'all not to decenter men and know your value, know your worth, baby, I had some real low standards. I had the world's standards, and the world's standards are low, okay? I know this might cut some people, but I'm here to talk about God and what Jesus has done for us. And if you are living according to the world standards, baby, your standards is low, okay? They is low. And I'll be the first to say mine was low, okay? Because while I was looking for a man to provide, problem solve, and protect, where was a God-centered man in this equation? Where was a man of integrity? Where was a man of character? Where was a man in search of God as much as I am right now, right? I was identifying what I thought God wanted for me. And that's why I am unmarried 6-7 years later, because I wasn't putting God first, and I was not allowing him to choose who he wanted me to be with. All of those men were counterfeits. That's just what the reality is, and I chose them, right? So I started reading what is a godly man, right? And it led me to 1 Timothy, if I'm saying that correctly. And y'all can correct me. Listen, I am no Bible scholar. I'm a student. I might be on the internet appearing to teach, but I'm a student, okay? I'm a student. But it's chapters or verses 15 through 17. And it says, here is a trustworthy saying that deserves full acceptance. Christ Jesus came into the world to save sinners of whom I am the worst. But for that very reason, I was shown mercy, so that in me, the worst sinner, Christ Jesus, might display his immense patience as an example for those who would believe in him and receive eternal life. Now to the King, eternal, immortal, invisible, the only God, be honor and glory forever and ever. Amen. Verse 6 Chapter 6, verse 11, okay? O man of God, flee these things. Pursue righteousness, godliness, faith, love, steadfastness, and gentleness. And then, so another thing that I do is I also get on ChatGPT for more of an explanation. Because again, while the Bible is juicy, okay, there are some parts that are so good. There are also parts that I need a real good explanation on, okay? This verse highlights the proactive pursuit of godly character, fleeing worldly temptations, and standing firm in your faith. So for me, okay, because listen, I know God is going to send me a husband. There's no doubt in that, okay? But what I've had to realize is that it will always be on his timing. I'm expected to be a wife. But at the same time, I accept God's will, and I don't know how long it will take. I don't know when. I don't know what he's going to look like. I know none of those answers. I have none of those answers. But it will happen. I have faith and I trust in God that he will give me the desires of my heart, right? So, in pursuit of godly character, when identifying if this man is sent by God or if he's a counterfeit, these are the things that I will, I don't want to say look for, but these are the things that I will invest my time in if he has these characteristics. If he don't have these characteristics, like I'm not playing around no more, okay? I'm 50, and one of the things that I am learning is that while I'm waiting, I'm preparing myself, because I'm also going to talk about being a Proverbs 31 woman. Because listen, you can't ask God to send you your perfect man, and you ain't the well, let me not use the word perfect. You can't ask God for a kingdom husband if you are not a kingdom woman. Okay, let me put it that way. So these are the things, okay, that I'm going to be checking for. Okay, I'm gonna have my little checklist. Okay, remember, if you've been following me for a while, then you know I've talked about the Dream Man checklist. Child, I don't think any of these was on there. Deliver me, Lord. Okay. All right. So in pursuit of godly character, he must have strength and courage. Okay. He must be watchful, stand firm in his faith, act like a man, be strong. Okay. And let all that he does be in love. He must have a scriptural foundation. Okay. He must be able to, lay some scripture on me. All right. I'm not asking him to be a pastor but what can you teach me? Right. I ain't talking about worldly teaching. I'm talking about biblical teachings. Okay. The man of God is complete, thoroughly equipped for every good work. Integrity in action, love, kindness, walk humbly with God, and also faithfulness. He's a man of God is strong. A man of God is strong, and the word of God abides in him. So I know that was kind of all over the place, kind of rambling, but basically my picker is broken, as my bestie would say. So when men are sent my way, because listen, just as much as God can send you a man, the devil can send you one too. So you have to be a woman of discernment and a woman of wisdom, and decide who you will entertain, who has an invitation into your world. And I noticed that my invitation was real easy. And guys, I laugh at these things because, like, who was I? Who was I? But I forgive myself. And that is huge, guys. You have to be able to forgive yourself. And because, God forgives us. We got to be able to forgive others as well, right? You do better when you know better, and I know better now, so I will do better. But yeah, guys, that's what I wanted to talk about, what God led me to this morning. And then once I started, looking into this, It also led me into what type of woman do I need to be, how I am growing with God, and that led me to a Proverbs 31 woman. But we'll talk more about that. But yeah, that's how my morning was led this morning. That's how most mornings are led. I do have a Bible study every Wednesday with my family, and we do it virtually. So I get I spend a lot of time in my Bible. And someone mentioned, or they said in the comments, they really liked my comment about being an emotional eater. Instead of opening my mouth to put food in it, I need to open my Bible. And I want to challenge you, when you are having a bad day, when you are on the verge of sending, a text, or when you are about to do something that does not glorify, God, open that Bible. Open that Bible. And we have no excuse. We have a cell phone. We can pull up a Bible app. We have Chat GPT. So you don't have to have a physical Bible in front of you to reach out. Pray. Ask God to, give you wisdom in this moment. How should you respond? How should you act? You know what is godly and what is not. Okay, God knows our heart. I am back to vlogging. It feels so good. I feel like I have so much I want to share with you guys. And I know you guys are just as excited as I am. So thank you. I want to show y'all something. While I said I need to open my Bible when I start stuffing stuff in my mouth, y'all, do y'all see this? This is hot honey popcorn from Trader Joe's. When I tell y'all, this is delicious. This has been over a couple of days because I actually got my flowers from Trader Joe's. So I got these on Sunday, but today is Tuesday. This was my dinner last night. Y'all, this is so good. This is so good. So if you get a chance to try this, but you've been warned that it is delicious. So I hope that this vlog blesses someone. Of course, share it with a good sis. And leave me a comment. Let me know where you are as far as courtship. Because I know a lot of you women, you tell me that you're divorced, you're not in relationships anymore. But I want you to know it is okay to desire to be with someone. That is natural, okay? That is how God made us. So it's okay. Talk to God about it, y'all. I mean, I talk to God. Listen, let me tell you something. I'm going to share one more thing before I go. Y'all know I'm long-winded. But I had started reading this book. I have kind of put it to the side because I'm not, while everything is in God's timing, okay, that I have accepted. What am I doing? Hold on, y'all. While I'm single, okay, and I'm on God's timing, right? But I have finally come to the realization that I'm not ready. I'm not ready for a relationship. And it's so funny to hear myself say this. There are so many things I want to do and accomplish in my single season. I want to have the most intimate and loving relationship with our Savior, Jesus Christ. And I'm laughing because if you know me, okay? But whenever God is ready to send my husband, I'm open to it. But I have finally settled in this season and I'm okay with it. Like, my eyes have been open to how much I can get accomplished. Because if I'm being honest, a man that's not sent by God is a distraction, sis. And I look back on all the times that I was distracted and I could have been so much further in so many pursuits in my life, but it's okay. It's okay. I am right where I am supposed to be. But I can say that I am am fully happy and content at where I am being a single saved woman. I'm so happy. But anyway, I did start reading this book. I haven't picked it up in quite a while, but it's called What to Do Until Love Finds You: The Diva's Guide to Relationships by Michelle McKinney-Hammond. Y'all, there was a part in this book. I'm trying to get the cover of the book. I don't even know how to work my Kindle. Ain't that sad? Hold on. Trying to find the beginning of the dang old book to show y'all the cover. It is free on Kindle. Anyway, I can't. This is it. This is. Me. Anyway, if I can figure out how to put the book on the screen, I will. But what I wanted to say is, she talks about in pursuit of a godly man, right? Well, he should be pursuing you, but you know, in the courtship or whatever. And she said something that, it shook me to the core. She said that if you are having an intimate relationship with Jesus and you are, you know, being courted. She uses the word date, but I'm not using that word. If you're being courted, okay? And you are having premarital sex. Now, mind you, and this is me, okay? This is to nobody, but listen, sis, okay? She said, because, you know, if you have an intimate relationship with Jesus, you take Jesus everywhere you go, everywhere with you. I mean, he goes to the bathroom with you, he go to work with you, he run errands with you. And she said, if you are having relations with that man, that ain't your husband, Jesus is in the room watching you. That made me see premarital sex differently. And that's all I'm gonna say. But if you are ready for love, it is a really good book. It's called What to Do Until Love Finds You. I'll see if I can link it down below. I do have mine on Kindle. It is free on unlimited Kindle, but I'm sure you can buy it on Amazon. But it's a really, really good book. I just haven't had time to really read. I have, you know, so much stuff going on with work and moving. And read my Bible, child, okay? So, but yeah, I'm going to end it on that note. I love y'all so, so much. And I'm back, okay? Make sure you give this video a big thumbs up, share it with a good sis, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you girls in the next one. Bye.